1, 2, 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the guest list today, we have the return of one of our favorite guests, Mr. Nick Wold from Dreamers, along with Harry from IRONTOM. How are you, boys?
Cheers. Doing fantastic. How are you?
I've never done an intro like that ever. I don't know, that Jurassic Park fucking sound just made me want to do that.
Makes me feel official.
Yeah, Nick, it's been a while since you've been on, dude, but we've really upgraded this fucking situation since the last time we were on.
Yeah, it's ever since I went on, then all of a sudden you got Ice Cube and Nickelback and everybody. They heard Dreamers were on and they're like, oh, this thing's legit.
They all said we saw what Nick was doing and we had to hop on.
Nice.
All right, let's do the fucking customary thing. Both you boys, how do you know Kenny?
Oh God.
You go first, man.
Yeah, we know Kenny from being on the band music writing universe in LA. I've written some insane songs with Kenny, super high on weed with his dog on my lap. And went from there.
I just want one time for somebody to be like, yeah, I met Kenny on chat roulette and he pulled his penis out, and ever since then we've been friends, dude. That's what I want.
I feel like I'm on chat roulette right now.
Dante kind of looks like he's on chat roulette.
Harry may have seen my dick before. I don't know. Things get weird on here.
Yeah, we got to be vulnerable to get creative, you know. So
that's how Kenny got me, dude. All right, Harry, you're the new boy in the block. How'd you meet Kenny?
Well, Kenny and I go back to some fun times with AWOL Nation. My band, I think it was 2015. We met Aaron and the rest of the guys in AWOL Nation, and they invited us to go out and do a bunch of touring with them. And so, you know, we got out on the road, and Kenny was like, Kenny, I remember you being the first to be like, you know, very hospitable.
That's weird. Everybody says that. It's so weird that I was the nice one.
I think I was I mean, all the guys were nice, but you were the first. I think you gave me some shades. You had extra shades. And like, yeah, I'm still wearing them now.
Yeah.
You know?
wow,
Yeah.
that's Kenny. That's love.
Oh,
Yo, there's a little correlation here that I think is important too, is that IRONTOM quickly became all of our favorite band, especially live, the live performances. And their guitar player, Zach, also now plays guitar in AWOL Nation. So there's a big family lineage between IRONTOM and AWOL and myself and Harry and all the boys.
Yeah. We're like all in a big family.
Big weird family.
Big weird fucking family. It's a weird family, and
I
love all you guys to death. But we gotta get to the bottom of the new song, dude. Don't go dark. It's fucking spectacular, by the way. I just want to start off by saying that.
Jam. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
second that IRONTOM was one of our favorite bands. We used to listen to them just on the road all the time. Our drummer Jacob would blast Be Bold Like Elijah.
Yeah.
We were always listening.
Okay.
And came out of that, I think we reached out to you guys or something, but whenever we met you, we were like, we have to do music together. And now the day has finally come. Don't go dark.
Yeah. You and I met on the Rocks, Nick.
We met on the Rocks.
You know, the place above the Roxy.
Yeah, but I hate that place.
Yeah, I
remember that.
I was just gonna say that. Fuck those stairs. You have to load shit up.
Yeah, that place is so sceney, and like people are like, "Who do you know?"
No.
But if I met you there, it was all worth it.
I know, man.
There's nothing like a good venue where you have to walk up fucking rickety ass stairs. Like, you ever done Smith's Old Bar in fucking Atlanta? And you got to go up literally rotten like metal stairs to get your shit up into the venue. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff like that around.
Let me ask you
I
this.
tolerate the stairs if the vibes were positive.
What's worse, loading in upstairs, or what happened to us in Huntington Beach, I think one time? You had to cross load, right? So you have to take your gear from your own bus all the way to the stage, except the stage was on the beach. And the only way you could get the gear from the bus to the beach was 2 pieces of plywood. So you come down, roll the thing on it, put one in front of it, roll it, and pick it up. And it was like that all day. Oh, God.
There's all types of venues like that, you know?
Dude, being a musician is probably the toughest job on earth.
Oh, 100%.
People think we're chilling on the bus while roadies do all the work.
Yeah. I always wanted to get our crew people shirts that said roadies, and they wouldn't wear them. Weird.
Is roadie like an offensive word now? Like, is it like something we should?
Apparently.
I think
Here,
it's,
I'd rather be crew. Well, when everyone in the crew is doing like 5 different things and they're doing social media and they're selling merch and tour managing while doing sound,
Yeah.
it is kind of different than being a roadie when you're just like wearing all black and carrying shit.
Yeah, Kenny's watching these dudes break their backs in the heat to carry their shit across the beach, and Kenny's like, "Do you guys want some cool T-shirts?" And they're like, "Shut the fuck up, Kenny."
Yeah, while he fucking rolls another joint and like.
My job was to go around and get the entire crew high while they work. That was my job.
Oh, that's why everybody likes you.
Yeah, obvious. Duh. You know what I mean? Harry, I got a random question for you that just popped in my head. Elijah took me back to skateboarding, took me back to, do you remember when we played Myrtle Beach and afterwards somebody, I think Dill was driving your bus and the rest of us were on our skateboards holding on to the bus outside, and we drove halfway across Myrtle Beach to the ocean and went
oh yeah, man.
in the morning?
That was good, man. And you guys had the little Honda 70 bike or something.
Stolen.
Yeah. Did it get stolen?
I left it on tour in our storage forever. I brought it home one weekend in Santa Monica. Gone, stolen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jesus
That thing was sick, though. That was a good thing to be bringing around.
What's on the bottom of your microphone, dog?
It's like, this thing that gets me baked, I don't know what it is.
Is that a vape?
It's just kind of cool. Yeah, it's a vape that goes through the mic.
Vape at the same time. That'd be so sick.
That's the only thing that could ever get Kenny back out on tour if he can get one of those, dude.
Yeah.
It gets through the mic,
Yeah.
Oh man, where'd you guys make the new single? Were you guys together, or was this like passing files back and forth kind of a thing?
You guys made it with Colin, right?
We were together actually. Yeah, we were with the great Colin Britton, amazing producer, in his studio
Oh,
Back in
fucking
LA
friend
or
of the.
Nashville?
in LA.
Mhm.
Yeah, though he's a Tennessee man originally, but he's got a studio here and he moves all over.
Yeah.
We almost fucking ruined Colin. We almost ruined Colin Britton's career because he came on here and told us that he was working on the Chili Peppers album before he was allowed to say anything, and he was like, "Don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody." And we were like, "Fucking
Build
how
the
much,
news.
dude? How much?" So we had to bleep it out.
I also saw
That's
that
hilarious.
my boy Jared Asher Harris did the visualizer for that video for your new single.
Oh yeah, you know Jared?
He's one of the fucking most. I've never got to work with Jared, but we have that. You know how like you'll have a mutual respect with somebody you've never met on Instagram, and you DM each other that you like each other's shit, but you never worked together. That's me and Jared's. I love his.
It's the modern age.
That's it.
Yeah, but me and Harry, we had been planning to write together at some point, and we just had one day in with Colin, and he has like these giant wall of like actual 80s synthesizers and crazy stuff that I don't have at home. So we took advantage of that, and the song just kind of came out. It's one of like my favorite songs that we've written in a long time. So it's just like one of those days, one of those magic days.
That main synth is so sick. What is that? Do you remember?
Good question. I don't remember. It's I think it's a Moog.
Perfect.
There's
Like a
something
really-
about that
like an
when
80s
you
Moog.
when you play on some of those old synths, like we've got one, we have a Jupiter 8 here that our dad had that we hadn't ever, it was just sitting at his house. We're like, can we borrow this? You plug it in and you play it. It's like the ideas that come just from that sound, like you've made all the same sounds in soft synths for your whole life. And then you just play one and it fucking changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's all in like the weird sound. Like I'm a big whatever works. Like Colin's a big analog only guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, sometimes you can get cooler sounds from like fake imitations. But this is one of those times where he was like, told you.
You
I
know,
like
yeah, it started with that, as I remember, Nick, I think.
Yep.
With that thing.
Totally.
Well, I like this because it was a fucking really good blend of like, because I feel like Nick, you guys have been on some still heavier but good, just groovy shit with Dreamers, and then Iron Tom, I always look for something a little bit dirtier, and this just felt fucking like a perfect marriage of the two bands.
Awesome. Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
I will say this though, Nick, fuck you, because
Sure.
every goddamn day at my gym, Body Language gets played. I don't know why, but
Oh,
Body
yeah.
Language gets played at the LA Fitness in Roxborough in Philadelphia every goddamn day, followed by Come With Me Now, followed by Sail. Literally fucking everybody I know. It's just like an alternative rock playlist. And I'm just trying to have fun and fucking get away from all you losers.
And
it's
you
all
just
the-
for once
There we
admit
are.
that you're listening
There's
on
no
your fucking
escape.
headphones and
I'm
we're
not
on your
listening on my
playlist. Just
headphones.
fucking admit it.
I'm not. It's fucking through what I don't know what LA. It's like Music Choice. For some reason, Music Choice just bumps you guys. I
Why
don't
is
know
it
why.
that all my friends get played on
Yeah.
Choice?
Yeah.
I've heard that. I don't know what channel that is. There's something in gyms because I've heard that before. People are like, I was getting swole, and there you were. Also, I don't know why they choose that song because we have much more like I feel like good workout songs than that one. That one's very sweet
It's
and
crazy though. It's all
thoughtful.
as lame as it sounds to like talk about the music videos playing at a gym. It's like I've seen congas, I've seen Dreamers, I've seen fucking Dead Sarah, I've seen like some of the coolest bands. You're like, this is a weird place to find good music, you know?
Now the people running the gym music know what's up, you know.
Radio's over. The gym's where it's
The
at.
gym.
Yeah, we got to find that person and start giving out the free, you know what's.
Just fucking hitting up the guy who runs the gym Music Choice and being like, "You are the most important person in music right now."
He also
I think
works.
we were playing a show in Philly one time, and this guy came up to us who was just like super jacked, like super thick neck, and he was like, "Dreamers, what's up? I love you. I pump you in the gym all the time." Whoa,
You're like, cool, bro.
like sick.
Yo, speaking of gym, Nicholas, I'm curious. It's
Yes.
an old video now, but the emo gym shit that you did, like, was there anxiety? Were you completely calm? Like, how did you pull that off?
Yeah, I was telling Harry. Yeah, Harry was on the Eric Andre show. IRONTOM was on Eric Andre. I love Eric Andre and like Jackass and stuff like that. So when we were like, "Hey, you have to be," everyone says you have to be on TikTok to sell your music now. So I was like, "How can we do this in a way that's like fucked up and like not stupid?" So we did some pranks. So one of them was I wanted to be goth guy, where I just wore like giant white Jinko jeans and like a mesh see-through shirt and boots, and like did stuff that you shouldn't do. I don't know. So that was one of the things. I'm like working out in the gym in that outfit with full the Crow makeup on my face.
So good.
And yeah, I don't know. The funny thing is that people were, I was of course like, yeah, cringing the whole time, but it's hilarious. But like people are so respectful in LA of all shit, you know, cultures that no one said anything. They all just kind of kept their distance and worked out.
I also like the leaf blower on Hollywood Boulevard. That's another good one.
Right.
Oh yeah, that was good.
We got on Price is Right as goth guy.
That's right. Yeah.
Wait,
I was
what?
in the
You
audience.
on the
Wait.
Price is Right?
Wait, back this up. Back this up.
Yeah.
I gotta hear this.
Yeah, so we were in the studio audience of The Price is Right, and I went as goth guy, so I had like a mesh see-through shirt and all the like dark makeup on and blue hair, like yeah. And my girlfriend Kate we got her like these glasses with a hidden camera in there because they don't let you like film when you're with your phone. So she captured it all in that, and we made it into the broadcast. Like for 1 second, you can see me just in the whole crowd cheering. But the funniest part is that Drew Carey, like apparently I didn't know this, he has like a Sirius radio channel that he DJs, and he's like obsessed with punk rock. It's like his passion in life.
What?
So yeah, during the commercial breaks, he'll kind of work the crowd, and the whole time he just wanted to talk to me. He was like, "You look like you're in a band." And I was just kind of talking to him about Dreamers. He probably just thought that's how I dressed, but yeah, he just wanted to talk about like Shame and Idols and all the punk bands that he loves and stuff.
He does kind of look like Henry Rollins, like a cartoon version of Henry Rollins. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Yeah, Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Never thought that before, but
I just have a fucked
So,
up time picturing. I have
so-
a fucked up time picturing him in the fucking crowd at Idols, like throwing bows, just like,
yeah.
what the fuck, dude?
Nah,
They-
dude, he's Cleveland guy. He is at the Rock Hall of Fame awards every year, and
There you go.
he doesn't name drop himself. He doesn't like look for VIP anything. He's just there as a fan. I didn't know the punk stuff, but that's awesome to hear.
Drew Carey's
Seems like a cool dude. Drew, if you're listening, peace out. What up? I love you.
Yo, let's get Drew Carey
it
on the
real.
podcast.
He'd probably want to do it. I don't know.
Why the fuck
think he-
not, dude?
I think he's
He would.
chilling on his Price is Right gig, and he just
I
loves
was gonna
to.
say, how much is he making off
music
that
stuff.
gig? I'm trying to find
Oh,
it.
he has to make so much goddamn money off that gig.
12.5 million
Yeah.
per year.
He gets $12.5 million per year.
Yo,
Believe it.
I'll talk with people like Nick dressed in goth.
That's fucking nothing. You should start an OnlyFans. Those numbers would skyrocket. Like,
Uh-huh.
Those numbers, son.
What would you pay for a Drew Carey OnlyFans?
me, I've tapped out my OnlyFans budget on calling behind the scenes shit that no one else knows about.
I paid $13.5 million. Give him a raise.
Dude, you're talking about TikTok and shit, and people are like, it's the only way you can sell your music. Has anybody in the label or like anything on your business side come to you and been like, Nick or Harry, have you guys considered doing an OnlyFans?
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
I don't
of
know
course.
why, Harry. I think I could see you being like wild enough to do an OnlyFans, dude. Just from the shades and the beanie.
I worked for Eric
No,
Andre
you know,
did an
I've been hearing
OnlyFans.
more and more about it.
Wait,
You
how were you
know.
on Eric Andre?
Oh, Eric
What?
Andre, yeah. That was tight. I was telling Nick and I did a TikTok live the other night, and I was recalling this. It was cool, man. So what one of their producers saw one of our shows when we were like gigging around LA. It was kind of when we just were getting going as a band, and they invited us to come on the show, you know, and they had us do all this. They had us do all these. They had us do a bunch of stuff. Like we did all this dashing around the studio and playing all this crazy stuff. But they ended up, you know, they just showed us sound checking, which he had mentioned. He's like, I've always wanted to just have a band sound check, you know. And we're like, well, we got to do that anyway. And so they just, that's what they used.
So the entirety of your time with Eric Andre, they just got you sound checking?
Yeah. I mean, you know, we shot like for a few hours whenever we did it, but then, yeah, that's what it was. If you watch it online, they just go, he goes like, ladies and gentlemen, Iron Tom. And then we're just like, check.
Super awkward.
It's pretty good.
I fucking love Eric Andre now, but I have like my first memory of Eric Andre was being a kid, and like we just like leave Cartoon Network playing in the background while we slept, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was like the second I opened my eyes, it was Eric Andre projectile vomiting onto the desk and then ripping his shirt off, and he had giant nipples, and I had nightmares for like weeks about that. Like Eric Andre fucked me up.
It's actually really good. Really fun.
What'd you say?
I love that.
Yeah, it's like a jackassy kind of thing, but it was like a movie with a script and a plot, but it was fucking hilarious.
I saw that shit. Also, yo, isn't he dating Emily Ratajkowski now?
I could see that. Yo, good for him, man. Score one for ugly people.
Just call Eric Andre
Comedy
ugly.
works.
No, I mean, listen. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Everyone loves to laugh.
did any of you guys
$1 bill.
did any of you guys watch his Netflix special that came out like right when COVID started, like the lockdown?
No.
Mm-mm.
It was called
so.
something Trip. It was basically like a prank show. Hold on. It was so fucking
No, that's what Kenny was talking about.
I think we're talking about the same thing. Yeah. Where he like travels the country. It was-
bad trip.
Bad trip.
Oh yeah,
that's
the
what it
road
was.
trip.
Dude.
Yeah.
So fucking funny.
That was really good. Yeah.
Oh,
I was wondering what's like the liability of when he's like hanging from like a
yeah.
rooftop with like his guts hanging out and people are like calling 911 on the street. Like,
Oh, it's so
does he warn the 911 people? Like, how does that work?
I feel like that type of dude, like same with Sacha Baron Cohen, like 50% of budget on production is legal consultation, you know?
yeah.
For
For
Right.
sure.
100%.
Sure.
It is funny though. Like I feel like we're
Kinda
talking
like our
to two
tours.
dudes. We're talking to two dudes though, Nick. I think you said it though, but like even with the Eric Andre thing, like comedy works. And we talk a lot about people like fucking, I don't know, like Oliver Tree and shit on this show. But like I feel like
Yeah.
you have adopted just like, yo, I can be funny and make this shit work. Like the music's great and everything, but I don't have to be so serious. Like if you dove deeper
Yeah.
into that, just being more and more of a lunatic.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I grew up, my favorite band is Nirvana, and I feel like in every interview they're just like trolling. They're just like just like trolling the interviewer and just like being funny. I don't know. I like it when people don't take themselves too seriously. It's just like real life, and I don't know. There's a limit to it. You don't want to be like a comedy rock band, but I like it when your music is serious but you yourself are like cool and you're a real
Honestly,
person.
as a consumer, that's exactly what I gravitate towards. If a band is like super funny, not just behind the scenes, just in general, but also rip hard, then
Right.
you know what I mean?
It's a good combo.
Dude, I mean, it's even some of like the super legends. Like if you see those old interviews with Bob Dylan, where he used trolling for like 60 years, he's been trolling, and yet he's considered, you know, like this super serious artist. Same thing, Beatles, their interviews are fucking hysterical, some of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely something to it. Yeah.
Well, I think it's like kind of a thing too, to where like I don't think that a lot of the traditional media outlets get that yet. So they think they're doing a super serious interview sometimes, but they can't even tell people fucking around. You care, and you were like smoking a cig, acting all serious, and we had everything in black and white. We'd be like, "Oh, he's fucking with us. That's cool." I don't know that like all media has caught up to that yet. So
I think that's what makes it fun. If they caught up to it, it wouldn't be as fun. You know, the best is when you find someone who's like just really super serious about the interview. And like we used to, it's awful. We used to do morning shows, like morning TV locally around places and around tour. And we have to get up at 7 a.m. and like perform on like Fox News. So like we had like, it was like back in 2016, like for the election, like our drummer wore a Donald S. Un Pendejo shirt. And I like shouted out Bernie Sanders in the interview on Fox News. Fox, and it was super awkward.
Oh my fucking god!
That's more fun than, you know. That's probably the funnest people to troll. It's people who need to be trolled.
Yeah.
Bro, there's nothing like rolling into a city, like a small city, and doing like morning TV or radio, and they're just like used to being up that early, and you're still drunk. Like I remember we drove. It was like the first stop of tour, and we did a spot in Nashville on Vox TV. And they called us the Foxtrot in the Get Down, and that pissed me off so fucking bad. Like, there's no need for a D to be in the beginning of that. Like, do people fuck your name up? Like, the Dreamers or the Iron Tom?
Oh, yeah. It's no biggie. You get the Dreamer.
Yeah, Colin, you see, that's how you answer that question. Fucking calm down about 3 letters in the front of your name.
Yo, suck my dick, the Congos.
Dude, one year when I went to play Kaboo with fitness, we had to do Fox News in the morning in San Diego. And from LA, we ended up waking up at 4:30 a.m., getting down there, playing one song on acoustic, and then driving all the way the fuck home. It was the worst. Not worth it.
Yeah.
Kenny, if I could get you on Tucker Carlson, would you go on and just troll?
Are you fucking kidding me? It'd be incredible.
Hell yeah.
Yo, that would be
you can make it
fucking
happen,
great.
let's go.
What?
I would put Nick. I think Nick would be.
Let's go.
Yo, you should go on as goth guy, but like
Chevy
wear a
Mustang.
Trump t-shirt. Like just be like the most confusing motherfucker alive on Tucker Carlson. Make his head explode.
I think goth guy is Tucker Carlson's nightmare. He thinks that's what
Chevy Mustang together.
Portland will become.
Did you guys ever see when I went on Today's Show and photobombed them? I don't know if it's showing up there.
No.
Let me see. Let me see if I can get this picture to show up.
Wait, you photobombed the Today Show?
Well, we played it, and there's just this picture. I'm trying to get it to. It's not scrolling, huh?
Oh, great work, dude.
This is going well.
Excellent fucking work.
Hey guys, while Johnny's working on that, can we talk about the new record?
Yeah,
go.
let's talk about the new fucking single, dude.
I have 2 questions. One, who wrote it? And 2, are you guys going to do a music video for this? Because I feel like the video will be just as good as the song, because it's one of those songs you listen to and you can just tell it's going to translate to visuals awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you say, Harry? Should we do a music video?
Yeah. I mean, we gotta, get the cameras going.
No
Something
pressure,
good's gonna
no
happen.
pressure or anything, but the visualizer video on YouTube's not doing it for me.
We'll use this footage as the intro.
Please
Yeah.
don't. Please don't. But how did the song come about? I'm really interested in hearing how the process went.
Yeah, so Don't Go Dark. Dreamers featuring Iron Tom. We wrote it, me and Harry wrote it together in a room, just like talking. We were talking about, if I recall, how it's like trendy and in fashion to be depressed. And
Oh yeah.
and just kind of how funny that is. And kind of, it was kind of the idea of the song is saying like, yeah, it's cool to like wear black and be sad, but don't get it on you, you know, don't let it take you down, because it's so cold under the ground.
Yeah.
And we know about that. So that's kind of the idea. It's kind of like a sad person's cheer up song in a way.
A little bit.
That's-
Yeah. We
That's like Kenny always says, like, it's not cute to be emo and be like 40. He's like, it's not cute to be sad and be 40.
It's true. Yeah, Nick, we did a tour the end of 2019. We were out opening for Dreamers, and we just all had a really good time. And
The best.
And then the next year rolled around and all of the touring stopped, you know, and we were just both in LA. And so we got together for a day, and, you know, it was pretty quick.
Yeah, we started and finished it in one day.
Yeah.
Kind of
Jesus
all we
Christ.
had.
You're the best ones. Yo, Harry.
That's
Yeah.
That's impressive. Who did the beat? The beat's fucking awesome, by the way.
Yeah, the beat was us with Colin Britton. Colin actually came up with the synth riff, and then we just did everything from there. And then we got Zach, you know, from Iron Tom, in to like play some guitars and doing that. So he's on the track.
Yeah, Zach's up in there too.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But yeah, it was always a
The
song. Like, it
song's
took a
great.
long time for it to come out. It was one that I always had in my back pocket. Like, we always knew it had to come out because it was just like,
Oh, you guys
Really
wrote
bad.
this. You guys wrote this a while ago.
Yeah,
it's probably
but
like
it's the right time now, you
2.5 years
know. I'm
ago.
glad it's now.
Damn, you've been sitting on it for that long?
That we were ahead of the
Fuck.
times back then. You know?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
What else? What other shit you guys sitting on?
You don't even want to know.
A lot of stuff.
That's all I want to know, dude.
Yeah, we're writing right now. I was just talking about Harry, talking with Harry. He should come. We should write. Like, we're always kind of doing that in LA. Like, I come from New York, where I'm originally from Seattle, but I lived in New York forever and started my first band there. And like, nobody wrote together. It was all kind of like, they stayed in their own camps, kind of like, or like traditional rock bands would have done. When it came to LA, everybody was like, let's write, let's try one. And everybody writes together here. And it's kind of amazing. It's kind of more like Seattle was when I was a kid in the 90s, and they had all the grunge bands kind of knew each other, and it was more of a scene. They had like Temple of the Dog together, and they were doing things together. So we kind of flourished in that vibe. It's like way cooler to me.
I want
Yeah.
to hear what Kenny would do with you guys. I think what Kenny would do with you guys would be very interesting.
With these
Yeah,
guys,
well,
we've written together. We have songs we could play right now.
let's talk about Back Pocket. He's got some of our songs in the Back Pocket. They're sick.
Yeah.
Tom's always been one of my favorite fucking bands of all time.
What has?
I said Iron Tom's been one of my favorite bands of all time too.
Oh yeah, well, you guys should write an album.
Harry,
Which Dreamers
I was gonna say
which Dreamer song did you guys work on?
I don't think the one we did came out.
Yeah, nothing released yet. They were all like B minus.
Oh, okay. But you've been working together. That's cool.
Yeah, we've written a few.
God, we got some jams though.
They're all good.
What was it one? The Millennial
Millennials.
Wasteland.
Millennial Wasteland. That was a good one. I forgot about that
A
one.
really good one. That's the one.
That's pretty sick.
Song called Enemy that I think was always my favorite one. It was very like Iggy Pop.
Ooh.
Called what?
Called Enemy.
Oh yeah.
That was long. That was like 2016, maybe something like that. I don't know. A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
We
Yeah,
write a lot.
but-
You hear like 1 in 50.
Yeah.
No, you're right. 1 in 30.
Well,
Something like
it's
that.
Kenny's a volume guy.
A lot of people are writing, 5 songs a week or more, every single week in LA. And there's just
Yeah. In Nashville,
I
they
think
do
that's
like
what the
2 a
world
day.
the world definitely needs more songs.
Right.
Like
More
we need
band.
to push Spotify
More
servers
song.
to the limit. See if we can like crash it. Like what is it? 50, 60,000 a day?
It's 120,000 a day now.
Oh, it's up. Nice, excellent.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Bye.
Soon we're gonna have AIs just generating the songs and
Oh,
like
yeah.
1,000 every minute.
See, my theory is that they've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years, and like it's just now coming to public consciousness that like it's possible. It's like happened already. I think we think it hasn't, but it has.
I
Maybe
wouldn't
no
doubt.
comment. We don't know
Nick
anything
is
about
the-
that. We don't want
Nick
to talk
is
about it.
AI. Yeah, Nick is AI. What if we did find out that Nick was just an AI program this entire time?
Well,
No comment.
don't they have like hologram pop artists in like Korea and stuff? Like it's not even a real person. It's just like it's a hologram.
Oh,
Yeah.
They do have that. Yeah.
They
It's like
had
a
that
cartoon
little
character.
They had that FN Mecha guy who was like an AI artist, and then they called it racist in like the first week, and then they had to like apologize and stuff. Do you remember that?
I didn't see that.
No. Racist against AIs or what?
No, like you have to go look up that story about FN Mecha. It's wild. It like is like very like stereo like being like negative stereotypes, and
Right.
it was just like really bad if you look back at it, and they had to like delete the AI like instantaneously.
wow.
I don't listen to music. My AI listens to the music for me. I feel like this. We're heading to a place that's so fucking like scary and meta. It's weird. Like it seriously came up so quick. I feel like just for like the every man, you know, like obviously the programmers and shit that have been working on this, it's been years and decades in the making, and they've predicted it. But for it to be like 3 months ago, most people weren't talking about AI in this way, and then you got Chat GPT and these other like AI generative music programs that are just like everywhere. It's really fucking with people's head, like myself included. Like it makes me depressed on any given day of like, what the fuck am I doing? Like making music. Like why don't I just let the robots do it?
It seems like young, whenever there's like a new generation, they care less and less about that too. Like they don't mind people are singing to a track live, or if like stuff is super computerized or fake. Like they're just like whatever you made, however you made it. That's cool. In a way, that's really cool. In a way, there's something weird about it. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's every generation's always complaining about the new technology and that comes along, like these goddamn kids with this, that, and the other. And I think that's a stupid attitude to take. And I saw an interesting way of putting it that like, it's not that AI is going to take over everything. It's that people who don't work with AI are going to be left behind. It's like, it's not that like literally the robot's going to take over, but you're going to have to incorporate these new tools into your life. Otherwise you end up being a fucking, what's it called? Blacksmith, you know?
What you have to do is create the Amazon of that, where you're just like generating all the music, and you have all kinds of artists that are all just fake and generated, and you have your entire network, and you put all the real bands out of business, you know?
My vertical is so big, you know what I mean?
Do you know how much you have to pay an AI like in royalties? It's like nothing. It's bandwidth fees, and then you can fuck AI artists so bad. It'd be awesome.
Cool thing though is that there's still like bands like this band Black Pumas just got really popular. Like they're just like a band that plays really well live.
Yeah,
it's hard to replace like actual live music. There's something like really personal and human about that seems to still work. So it's like,
no, it's super encouraging, because as this shit happens, like there's a natural reaction, I think, from humans to be like, all right, that's cool. And then they gravitate towards something that feels more authentic and natural, that is kind of cool to see.
It's like that new Lil Yachty album that just came out, like completely unexpectedly really cool. Like almost like Tame Impala-ish from an artist that I would never expect it from. Like there are still people taking risks. It's just harder to find nowadays.
Yeah, and he referenced Radiohead in one of the songs on there. It's like I feel like Yachty is probably young, and he just like did shrooms for the first time and heard Radiohead, and it's like, oh my god. But to me, it's like that. I did listen to the album. It's awesome. It's like, but it's nothing that like ASAP Rocky hasn't been doing already for like 10 years, you know?
Yeah, that's the LSD moment right there. Like I like when you can tell when an artist finds drugs for the first time. Like what's it, Panic at the Disco's second record? Like you can tell
Yeah.
that they fucking discovered weed and the Beatles
Tried
on
drugs.
the same day. Yeah, and then they just put out Pretty Odd, and I like
Also
when I
tell,
can
though,
see
the
that.
opposite of when like a band goes clean.
Oh yeah,
It's like MGMT's first 2 records, and then they became like hippie clean guys, and then the rest of the shit sucks.
Dude, I didn't start smoking weed until real late in my life, and that was like I got really, really high one night and listened to some old music, and it was not a pleasant experience because I felt like I could hear all this like bad and insincere shit in like old records that I'd made, and it's like I didn't necessarily trust any either side of that feeling. You know, it's like being high and hearing something is not necessarily the only way to hear something, but it definitely made me try and listen differently going forward and try and like learn from that moment. You know, have you ever done that? I'm asking Kenny, have you ever listened to something not high? Like,
I don't know what.
yeah, when you were 4.
I don't know what you're talking.
Kenny's never listened to anything not high.
I don't understand the point. What's the point? To really hear a song? I mean, come on, man.
Contrast, man. Like,
I'm the guy. These guys know when I get into my studio, it gets cleaned, the vibe gets set, the bong gets packed. You sit down, you get ripped, and I'm locked in. I'm plugging my shit into the computer. I don't, you know.
Some people have that. It's a mixed bag for me. Smoking weed can make me like totally lose my like opinion on stuff. I'm just like, well, it's all what it is. Like, I don't know. I no longer have like the ability to tell what's cool and what I like. And yeah, other times it makes music like more amazing again and like makes me feel the colors out of it again. But like, yeah, some people just can rock that. Kenny, you're one of those people that can just feel like Bob Marley. You're just always high in the studio. And so you're used to it, and that's just your vibe, and that works.
and that's where the comparison ends.
Right.
Oh my!
You're the next Bob Marley, Kenny.
I'm the first Bob Marley. No, it's honestly, it's like a medicine because my shit doesn't work otherwise. If I'm not high and I'm writing music, everything's trash. Throw it in the garbage. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to do this anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a lesson for the kids out there. It only works if you're high. We've taken up a ton of your guys' time, and I do have one last thing. We fucking talked about this, and Harry, you're more than welcome to join us. But the last time you were on, we talked about coming out to California and finding a spiritual medium to contact dead rock stars. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah. When we did that,
and I'm saying we need to come out and do that. I remember we wanted to find White Sox Dave Bradley Noel.
So yeah, we did that. We released a song called Palm Reader. So we did this thing where we like would do interviews with psychics.
Didn't you talk to Kurt Cobain?
Yeah, and so one of them was like a medium, and they were like, "We're gonna try to contact Kurt Cobain." That was my idea, and they did, and it was a fireworks show.
Oh, hi.
They were like, "I'm getting a sense from him that he's being trapped by like a horrible demon." And he's like in a place where he can't escape, and it's like it's really heavy. And she's like, and I was like, "Whoa!" She's listened to In Utero. This is awesome.
It's great. You need to make that.
That is sick.
Yeah. And
We're gonna
we
let
did
you
another
guys-
one. We did another one where
Oh,
a guy
yeah,
had one of these ghost boxes that plays random radio frequencies, and you get little snippets of words. And I said, let's contact Jim Morrison of the Doors fame. And I asked Jim Morrison, if there's any of your music that you want us to listen to, you want people to listen to now, what would it be? And it sounded like it said, Break On Through.
Whoa.
Oh fuck
which is
that.
a Doors song. Of course, they do it where we listen to a lot of stuff and ask it a lot of questions, and mostly it's just kind of like white noise. And then that one's like, it sounded like Break On Through. And then he edits that into the YouTube video, you know?
All right, well, fuck. We're definitely gonna steal your idea at some point. I want to talk. I want White Sox Dave to talk to Bradley. No, that's the only thing I want in my life.
Oh, God.
Let's do it. Let's have a seance.
Yes.
Are you guys going out on tour? Are you guys touring together or doing any shows together?
Right now, we were just talking about how we should, and it's TBD. But yeah, we have some stuff coming later in the spring that we can't talk about yet, sadly, but we'll talk about very soon. So keep your eyes peeled.
I don't even know what
Keep those fucking eyes peeled. Everybody go stream Don't Go Dark, Iron Tom, Dreamers. Dante said fuck everybody. He's out. Boys, anything else you want to drop or anything you want to fucking plug?
That's it, man. Listen to Iron Tom. Listen to
Yeah.
Dreamers.
Listen to Dreamers, you know.
If you don't like it,
We got new stuff
listen to
coming
it.
too. It's all good, you know.
you don't like it, listen to Taylor Swift.
Fuck it.
Pretty good.
All right, boys. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Thank you
All
guys for having us.
Thank you guys.
I can't believe I haven't seen
Yeah.
this.
See
See you
ya.
guys later, man.
Peace
Good to
out.
see you guys.